And you were invited basically as a nail artist to take over the bottled portion of the company. And so you do primarily all the marketing, you choose the colors, and basically anything that entails that is not production. Right?
Yes, pretty much. Yeah.
Today, I'm sitting down with Katie Masters, the California-based nail artist behind the super whimsical and fun brand Nail Thoughts. The Nail Thoughts brand hosts social media channels with a combined subscriber base of over 450,000 raving fans. Most notably, Katie's Nail Thoughts brand is known for its partnership with one of Japan's most successful and influential brands, which you also love and enjoy, and that is Kokoist. Nail Thoughts by Cocos is a collaboration that curates gel bottled colors and builders in a bottle. And today, Katie is unpacking with us her latest release, Nail Thoughts Volume 4, 12 new shades of bottle gel color by Kokoist. I'm so excited to share this interview with you. Let's dive in.
Katie, welcome to the channel. How are you?
Hi. I'm so excited, but I'm also nervous.
This is just an interview between you and me, okay?
Okay, good.
Get it together, girl. Get it together. So let's start today's conversation by just talking about how we met each other. So
I feel like I would probably say 2015 or 2016. It was kind of right when I started doing nails. And I don't remember exactly, but all I remember specifically is signing up for your gel extension class. I think it was with like Vitro or something. It was just a sculpted gel extension class. It was like in the back of like a beauty supply store or something.
I was so nervous about that class. I was like, should I teach it? Should I not? But I felt like no one was helping out with gel extensions, specifically with potted soft gel systems. So I was like, okay, let me try this, Yeah. And potted soft gel was still so new. And I mean, I booked like 4 students, I think. And for me, that was like a huge win. I think that's when I first heard about you. I remember clearly you emailed me about your e-file. It was not working. And you asked that if I can bring an e-file for this class. And I was like, oh gosh.
Fail.
I was like, this girl, she is not going far. She's
not prepared for class. And that's that.
I didn't know Katie Masters like by name. Met you in person, met you in class. Mm-hmm. You had the cute purple hair. I thought it was cute. And then years I found out that you actually hated the hair. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I've been distributing this image like, oh my gosh,
cute. You're like, look how cute her purple hair was. I'm like,
yeah. And then she's like, actually hated it. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Even for this interview, I was like, Katie, can I please share this image? Yes, I really do think it's cute. And the way you did the thing here.
I know, a little top knot.
Which also shows how creative you are. The fact that you even took that opportunity and turned it into something which sincerely, and I think, our viewers would agree, it was really cute. I mean, I think that was like an early sign of like, you can see Katie's creativity in the industry. So just, it was good. It was good. So you have a collection of gels that's coming out the day that this interview should be posting.
Oh,
everything goes well, are now in your 4th color collection. But again, I'm getting ahead of myself. Tell me why nails and how did you get started in this industry?
I wanted to have my own business. I wanted to do something creative, but I just didn't know what. I was a very crafty person. I was making bracelets, selling them on Etsy, and like all while I was in college, and I get bored really fast. So I would do something and then just be like, okay, after a few months, I'm over it. But the only thing that stayed constant was painting my nails and trying to do nail art. And I was like, once I graduated college, I was like, you know what? I feel like it's a sign that I'm not over this. So I just thought, what if I just had my own salon space? And that's my business that I run, and it's creative and it's fun and it's colorful. So I went to nail school, and then in like 2015, and then I just opened my own little salon suite in one of those salon suite buildings. And I've been there since 2015.
And you're still there.
I'm still there in the same room.
So you get into the industry. Do you have a little bit of trouble finding your niche, finding your footing? Like, were you kind of like me, and I'm sure many of our subscribers, where they're kind of trying it all? So take me through that process, and then tell me, at what point do you discover Kokoist?
Well, I remember when I first started, I was trying to do everything because I was taking so many continued education classes, thinking that the only way to make money is if you do everything. If you do pedicures, if you do nail polish, if you do gel extensions, if you do acrylic, like literally everything. And then after maybe a couple of years, I realized, you know what? I think maybe I'm just a natural nail and nail art gel person. And I got rid of all of my nail polish. I got rid of my like pedicure stuff. And I just decided to focus with that. And it felt so good. At first I was nervous because people would be like, do you do pedicures too? Oh, where am I supposed to go? And I just kind of was just like, it's okay. It's okay. And then you build your clientele. People come to you for a reason. And so that was really helpful. And then obviously now it's totally fine. Everyone knows what to expect. With Kokoist, I think I discovered them at a trade show first. Everyone was talking about, oh, have you ever tried the Kokoist Blackest Black? And I was like, no. And they're like, apparently it's like the best black. Like, I don't know, rumors were flying about this color. And I was like, I don't know, I'm just such a sucker. I'm like, okay, I'll buy it. So I bought it, and I bought a couple other colors, and including one color called Peanut Butter Toffee. And it just sat in my drawer because I was very like specific with my system. Like, I didn't want to mess around and do too many products at the same time. Like, one, it saved me money. And two, I was just like, you know what? I have so much stuff. I'm just going to work with what I have and make that work for me instead of just keep trying to like buy more stuff. So especially when I was still like growing my business, I was like, I cannot be spending more money on more products. So the Kokoist stuff is funny. It's like, it sat in my drawer for a while, like months, because I didn't want to test it out before I really knew exactly like how to work it. And then, one day I just decided to practice it on myself. And I was shocked. Like, I was like, wait a minute, this is really nice. Like, it was so much smoother than whatever I was using, so much more buttery. And back then,
buttery, that's the word with the colors.
It's buttery. And back then I was posting a lot more on like Instagram stories. Like, I was posting left and right. And I was just like, oh my gosh, have you guys ever seen this? Like, just typical like Instagram, like info. And I was like, oh my God, this is the best color ever. This is the best color ever. And I used Peanut Butter Toffee a lot, and I started using it on my clients. And all of a sudden, after I posted about it enough, it sold out, like on the Cocos website. I don't know if you were aware of that. I don't know if you remember that. It sold out. I was
told that like when I came in as an affiliate, because they did tell me every time Katie posts about and Peanut Butter Toffee, it sells out. And I you know what's funny? I didn't even know what Katie they were talking about.
Yeah, you're like, that's great.
But it was like, I thought it was gonna be like this mega super influencer. I mean, and you have influencer power for sure. But it was just hilarious how later I was like, oh, you're like, talking about Katie? Like,
that's my Katie.
My Katie. Yeah, exactly. And I was like, oh, and then I was like, peanut butter who?
Yeah, totally. And then,
like, okay, I have to try
all of these like distributors couldn't even keep it in stock. Like, they were having problems keeping it in stock. And I was like, wait a minute, this is crazy. And then I took a Kokoist certification class with Coco, and it was me and a handful of other people. And then it just we just kept going. And then after a few years, I was like, wait a minute. And I emailed them and I was like, do you ever do affiliate stuff, like where I would make commission off of like all the sales that I'm making? And they were like, no, but let's try it. And so then I just became the first affiliate, and I feel like it was the first kind of very popular brand, one of the first. I don't know like what else was going on, but
just say it.
The most popular brand. But it was just like a big deal. Like, everyone was like, oh my gosh, I can finally get a discount code off of Kokoist. And so at first I was the only affiliate for maybe like a few months. And then finally they were like, wait a minute, let's get more people. And so it slowly grew, and now there's an affiliate program.
Yes. And I thank you for that, because it's definitely a revenue stream for us here at PPN. And our community also loves it. So you definitely asked the right company and you had the receipts for it. You were like, hey, I
Yes,
keep selling you out.
literal receipts.
Every time I kept checking up on Katie, it was like, oh, look, now she's got 11,000 followers. And then I'd be like, oh, now she's got like 25. And then it'd be like another month. And I'd be like, oh my God, she's got 40. And then like next year I wake up and she's like the superstar, right? And she's got like 90,000 followers. And she's got like, when people say like influencer, we're influencers to some degree, but I mean, this girl has influence. Like she deserves like an award.
No.
They have is like most influential. That's what you need to
No.
get. Let's start talking about your collection now because
Okay.
you're going to unpack this baby because I actually have not peeked at all of the colors and I do that intentionally. I'm like, no, I got to learn the colors because if they come to me and if it's a company that I'm going to continue working, I want to know the colors. So this is your fourth series of bottled colors for Kokoist, and all the bottled colors, they're made by Kokoist in their production facility in Japan. And you were invited basically as the nail artist to take over the bottled portion of the company. And so you do primarily all the marketing, you choose the colors, and basically anything that entails that is not production. Right?
Yes, pretty much. Yeah. Volume 1 was the very first one, obviously. I feel like what I wanted for that one was specifically to make like the essentials, like, and your basics, like your black, your white, your red. And then when it comes to like the naming, it was kind of in like 2020 or something that I think it launched, I believe. So it was very, I mean, we were all a little like trapped. I made the theme a little bit kind of like escapism, desert vibes, just kind of dreamy, fun desert
You even
vibes.
took pictures in the desert.
Yes, because I really wanted to like make it, I don't know, it was my first ever collection. Like it's very scary. Like it's very like as someone with like anxiety, it was, my skin was torn up. Like I was a mess. I couldn't sleep. I was so stressed. And, you know, you're about to put something out into the world that you tried so hard on. And you're like working with other people, you know, that like it's like long distance. So it's not like you're with them. And so I'm by myself. So I'm just sitting there just like, oh my God, this is so scary. This is so scary. Like, and so I tried to do as much as I could, especially because I wanted to like make sure Kokoist wasn't like, this girl's not doing anything, you know, like I really wanted to go out of my way. So that was kind of volume 1. And then after like, I don't know, a year or so, we did volume 2. I usually ask now what nail techs want. So I make people vote. So I'll like order some swatches and stuff, and then I'll put them all out, or I'll just ask on Instagram, just like, hey, okay, now that you've played around with volume 1, what do you want now? Like, I don't know where to start, but like, I'd want to know like what you guys are like, we need this, we need this. So I got, you know, hundreds and hundreds of comments, and then I'm sorting through and tallying and ordering swatches. And the main consensus for that one was people were like, we want brights. We want rainbow. We want bright, happy, warm. And so I was like, okay, perfect. So everyone voted for colors. I picked some, and then 18 more colors came out for volume 2.
That was 18?
They're all pretty much 18, except for volume 4 is 12. Because I was like, 18 is a lot sometimes, especially this year. We're doing a bunch of trade shows and stuff. So I just wanted to make sure I'm not overwhelming. Volume 2 was kind of like Y2K name theme, just very like nostalgic, very like there's butterfly clips, there's like blue raspberry, which was very reminiscent of like Jolly Ranchers. It was just like silly little things that were very nostalgic. Volume 3, it was another 18 colors, and I did the same thing. I was like, what do you guys want? And the consensus for that one was, we need more dark colors. We need more like moody colors. We need glitters. So then I just ordered some glitters, ordered some dark colors based on what everyone wanted, like the most popular comments, and then launched that. And the theme for that one was very like comfy, cozy vibes, because it was, we launched it in like kind of wintry, kind of fall.
Yeah, so, I felt like I was swatching when it was cold out here or something.
And then now volume 4 is 12. It's only 12 colors. And this one's kind of like playful and whimsical vibes. And I'm still kind of getting the carryover of what people were requesting from like the last few like color votes. So that's what this one was. And mainly a lot of them were like, we want neons. So I dipped my toes in some neons for everybody. So, like, you know, instead of it being spring or summer, I just want it to be playful and bright and happy, you know? So it's not like, I don't know. So same with like the comfy, cozy one. I was like, I didn't want to make it like winter and fall. So I just kind of did subtle nods to the season instead of like gingerbread house, you know?
Yes. Ew. You're right, because then those colors, they'll live on and be like,
I know, and I don't like that for some reason. I don't know why. It could just be me, but I just like,
imagine there's like this beautiful, like neutral that we all like. And every time of the seasons, we have to say like, I'll have gingerbread latte. And it's like summer.
In the summer, I know. So I never want to do that. I don't want to.
So now take us through one of my favorite questions of today is, what does naming day look like? Feel like? How does it get scheduled in? Do you take a vacation somewhere? It's definitely in the calendar. Does it have 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, or just the start and no beginning? Like, this is a very special process of naming gel for a company that's going to live on. So
I know, how stressful. You're like, oh God, this is going to be in everyone's hands. Like people always ask this. It's not as like glamorous as you would think. Usually it's more of just like, hey, can we have the names by like Wednesday? And I'm like,
oh no.
Oh God. Okay. Yes. Sure. That's fine. It's fine. So for the first like couple volumes, the most important part is like figuring out a theme and then getting all the names under it, but then not thinking too hard about like, I don't know, like naming it exactly the color, like orange. So I don't know. It's funny because then once I got to like volume 3, my best friend who I always pretty much call, like, I'm like, hey, guess what? I need help with names. No joke. She's always like, oh God. But she comes up with such good names sometimes. And like, it's so funny. Like so many people would be like, yes, I live for this. But she's like, oh gosh, I'm like, time to clock in. I need help. So pretty much I don't know, ask a couple people if they want to help, and because sometimes it's a lot, nothing too crazy. And then I think for volume 4, I think I came up with all of them like by myself, which was wild.
It was growth for sure. I mean,
it was growth because I am like getting confidence now where I'm like, is this okay? Hey, what do you guys think about this one? And they're like, yeah, it's fine. I'm like, okay. So nothing too crazy, but I think the hardest part is trying to like figure out names that one match the color kind of, and then also match the theme. It's hard, but
all by Wednesday, please.
All by Wednesday. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what if I don't like it? What if they don't like it?
What if they don't like it? I just thought about that. What if they're like, we really don't like,
Yes, exactly.
yeah.
Someone in the office, Arena in the office did name one of them. She named Ditto.
Hey, technically we have one. Technically you and I have one. Tell the world about Boba Date.
Boba Date. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Technically, we have a color together. We just never put it out there.
Today's the day we put it out.
I was like, I wonder if Katie's still making boba. So in 2020, when everything was shut down, there was this company that decided that, hey, we're going to go DIY online. So if you want to buy the products from us, we'll give you the recipes. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can get good boba here in the Midwest. So I'm down. I mean, it's 2020 every year here, So, but yeah, so then I told Katie, you need to get this boba kit thing, and she ordered it, and then maybe she was in boba mind, and so she called one of her colors Boba Date, and I was like, oh, see, so I want to take a little credit for that one.
Yes, absolutely.
I waited until this moment 3 years later to say,
you're like, I have
Boba Date was inspired by me. It's just black, guys. There's nothing. It's her black. Her black is called Boba Date.
10 out of 10. Okay, so she named Ditto. It's called Ditto, and it's like that neon pink. And because I was just like having such a hard time, I had all of the names, and it's always just down to like the one color where I'm like, I'm so stuck. Like, what am I going to name this? That's like playful, or like, And so we're just going back and forth, back and forth. And I'm pretty sure it's like she named it after one of her favorite like K-pop songs. It's like out of nowhere, she just texted like, wait. And she said, ditto. And I just put it in the Google Doc and I was like, we're done. The colors are done. That is such a cute name. I'm so obsessed with it. So she always like comes up to me at the shows and she's like, this one's my favorite.
So it's not as glamorous, no vacation as I thought. And I was like, I can imagine Katie, she's like by the beach. She rented an Airbnb. She just woke up at this morning and she's like, today it's Mamie Day. She's got the music and the waves are, never mind. That's not it.
It's more of like, oh gosh, okay. Trying to FaceTime my friend. And she's like, oh no, I'm working. I'm like, okay, but let me know. I'm like, I already put suggestions in. Can you check the Google Doc to see if you like them? Thank you.
Where does it start? What number? 55. Take me through it. I'm going to give you my first impression here. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow.
And I'm going to give you, so 55 is called By the Way. And Katie says it's a clean, sheer, milky pink. And I'm just going to take over this part. This was supposed to be your part. All right. So it's translucent, it's pinky, it's milky.
Slightly, I feel like it's slightly more warm. Yeah. Warmer than strawberry milk base for sure.
Yes. That's what I was trying to like go off of. I was like, it's not, because I was like, wait, I'm starting to sound like strawberry milk base. Got 56. And this one is called I Mean.
I have it on.
Oh, sorry. Oh, she's got it on. Oh, so this is like good for your baby boomer now.
Exactly. Which is kind of what I did. I did like a little I extended my nails with the gel up tips. So I think I learned this from you actually. Because when you would do swatches on tips, like clear tips, you would put your lychee nude. And you told me that a long time ago, you were like, put that underneath because it's very reminiscent of like the natural nail. And then it'll make the color look right. So what I did was that when I extend my nails, I put a thin layer of overcast over just the clear tip, which is overcast is like the milky paint or milky white. And then I put 2 coats of the over it. And it does give it looks like my natural nails.
Yeah. It's so beautiful.
Because these colors, these specific ones, like By the Way and are pretty sheer. So you would see underneath. And I don't really like that sometimes.
So it's like neutral, pinky. It's got a little hint of pink. And it's definitely sheer. Next up, we have Enigma. And Enigma was the only one that I had peeked at because you sent me some files and I was like, oh. And then I opened the bottle and I was like, oh, take us through what kind of glitters are in here? Because I see a few sizes.
I know they're kind of like it's like chunky, but not too chunky. You know, sometimes I don't like the super, super chunk because it ends up looking a little bit like peppery, you know, like so there's tiny glitters that are kind of like bluish, kind of orangish reflective. And then there's a slightly bigger sort of, I don't know, like little hexagon thing.
So this is definitely going to be the glitter of glitters. I'll make sure we put that on the record. Okay.
Okay. Glitter of glitters. Check.
A clear, I'm going to punch you. I'm like, get ready for it, guys. Here it comes, the glitter of glitters. And she literally called it a clear glitter gel.
Listen, here's the thing. Okay, so the little quotes is what my colors I feel like have become like known for, especially with my clients. My clients eat it up because they think it's so like cute and silly. A long time ago with volume 1, someone in the office was like, hey, like for the bottles, do you want to put like a little quote or something on the side? And I said, you know what, let's just put a little description of what the color is. So it's nice because then you can see it, you can read it, and it's like super easy. So then they ordered the labels, they did everything, and then they sent me the bottles and they made it like an actual like quote from me, like as if I say that all the time. And you know me, I always say a clear glitter gel. And so it's so funny because I'm like, you can't change it now because it's just so cute and like silly that like you can't, like I thought it was just going to be like just a sentence, but it was like, nope, Katie said this straight out of her mouth. You know what she also says? She also says a frosty iridescent green shimmer gel. Katie.
So then I guess ditto should be like Irina.
It should.
Irina.
It should.
So 58 is, ooh, oh, do I see shimmer?
Shimmer.
This one is called a frosty iridescent green shimmer gel. Katie said it. We got 59. Moonstone. I'm excited about this one because Moonstone, I think it's that jewelry stuff also. Ooh. Okay, you have a pink version of this.
Yes, and a white. Every collection, I think I need to do an iridescent glowy color. Supernova was the first one, which is the pink iridescent glowy.
Supernova.
Frosted was the last collection, which is a white iridescent glowy, and now this one is the blue.
Got it. And I like this word glowy because I would have never thought about glowy, but oh my gosh. Yeah,
really
because
glowy.
See, I would have just said pearl and I don't like pearl on color. Mm-hmm. So the fact that she said glowy, I'm like, oh, that's not
yes, exactly.
All right, 60, Lucky Charm. Okay, so I'm going to guess this one's green.
It's like a bluish green.
Okay, this is like Lucky Charms, like cereal thingy majingies. Yes, I don't know, the cloud or something. Okay, this is going to be basically kind of like Tiffany blue.
In some lights, it looks a little like greenish instead of Tiffany blue.
A creamy seafoam green. Now we have green thin. Okay, now you owe me $50 if I get this one right. I think it's green.
It is in your face green.
That is definitely, and you're so bold because I can't do that because it's right over my computer. But
and I like this one because it's creamy. It's not like, so you know how sometimes neons are a little bit like they have like a weird sheerness to it. So then you have to like put layers of white underneath. Like this one you don't have to do. It's very like
really
nice.
Well, that is an advancement in technology for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon, I don't remember if there was any neons in the previous collections. Are you going to have also maybe a neon in every collection? Like you're having the glowy?
Maybe.
I feel like people are going to want to collect all of their neons, you know?
I know. So. No, you're right. You're right.
Now we're on 62. Once Upon a Time. Okay, this sounds so like, I don't know.
Right. Like a fairy tale.
Yes. Ooh. Is this like emerald? Would you say emerald? No, I don't trust my colors, girl.
I feel like it's kind of like, it's not
jade.
No. It's almost like tealy. It's a little more blue tone than like an emerald green.
And here she says it, a teal green. Definitely going to be a popular. I definitely remember customers asking for this. So that is so good that you are going with what the public wants, because fun fact, when I wanted to order new colors for my business, I would pull what I thought was already selling or moving or what I needed more of. And it would be like 30 colors, but I was only going to buy 10 or 20 colors. And I was only going to buy 10. So I would also pick out the swatches because it was on the swatch sticks. And I would make a list. And when my client came in, if they were waiting for me or if I was going to get started with the service, I'm like, hey, you have homework today. Like here, like check out these colors. Tally your favorite top 10. You can only choose top 10. And this is how I also stocked up in the salon, because actually I don't believe that you need a whole collection. Like people often say like, oh my gosh, I'm in love with X brand. I'm going to buy the whole collection. And for me, it's like, no, like don't do that yet. Like I never loved a brand so much that I wanted every single color that they own.
Yeah.
Only for swatch purposes. But because clients, actually, there's groups of clients. There's your teal clients, like the ones that always want a bluish kind of color. There's your nude clients. And then there's your red color clients.
And glitters.
And then there's your vampy color clients, right? And that's it. That's it, guys. Yes. That's the nail world.
And that's it.
And maybe in the summer, you can get some fun ones, you know, for the toes. Everyone wants something fun. And that's literally it. So anything else that you buy should really be like strategic. You may want to sort through it. So I like that this pretty much has already been like customer approved just because of the way that you selected it. So
yes, I know. It's very helpful when people like vote in my little polls.
So we're on number 63, Jellyfish Jam. The name is so fun. How did you come up with this one?
Okay, well, I'm not going to lie. It is inspired. You're gonna die. You're gonna be like, are you serious? This name is inspired by SpongeBob. Because one time he thought it would be smart to have jellyfish come over to his house, and the jellyfish had a disco party and took over his house, and he was very upset. And I'm pretty sure that episode may or may not be called Jellyfish Jam.
And she says it's an electric grape purple. Ooh, yeah. If you're a vampy kind of gal or pal, this in the summer will do because it's kind of bright.
It definitely has a brightness to it for sure.
64. Ooh, lolly.
This was one of the top voted for.
A neon pink jelly color. Ooh, oh my, what is this? Wow. Okay, so I see orange in the background, but it's pink, right?
It's pink. Yeah, it's because it's up against the black brush. So it helps to like swatch it out. Like if you look inside the like bottle, that is a jelly pink.
I like how brave you are with your bottles, and you're like, look at the brush.
I know. Like flipping it everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like this. I like this a lot. Ooh. So it's fully translucent, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay.
So like if the people really like jelly nails and that see-through jelly look, this is where it's at.
65. Shout out to Arena. All right. So 65 is ditto. Ditto. Ooh. Wow. So this almost reminds me of the one prior, just fully pigmented almost.
Exactly. Just like really pigmented.
I might be wrong. Hold on. Katie says a bright neon pink gel. You heard it first. She said it.
Yep.
Now, I feel like this one, what's the difference between this one and Venice?
Venice Beach is like, it's still like Venice Beach is not quite neon. It's pretty bright, but it's more of like a Barbie pink.
Okay.
A Barbie bright electric pink. This is like neon.
There you go.
Okay, it's like just slightly different tones. Yeah.
Gotcha. Last but certainly not least, we have 66. Wake Me Up. Wow. Okay. I feel like there's a bright orange in the first collection too.
This one is more of almost like a pinky orange.
Pinky orange. Okay.
Yeah. It's
and the other one was more true orange.
Like yellowy orange.
Yellowy orange. Okay. So
yeah.
Katie
this
says
is like definitely a deeper.
I would say if it had a mate, it would be 61, which is that neon green.
Oh yeah.
All right. So you definitely got some cool, fun, vibrant colors there. At the time of this interview, you're actually going to be in Oregon, debuting your collection.
At the nail show.
Katie, just tell us the mysterious handle where we can find you.
It's literally just Nail Thoughts.
At Nail Thoughts on Instagram and pretty much all your socials, right, Katie?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking the time to do this with us, Katie, and running us through your colors. Volume 4 is out now.
Yay!
Get your favorites or the entire collection because it is voted by the people and for the people, okay?
By the people, for the people. And keep an eye out for the next vote.
All right.
Yay.
Thanks, Katie.
Thank you.
Isn't she a shot of espresso? I hope you enjoyed this interview, and if you're in the market for new bottle gel colors, go give this collection a look. All 12 colors are live now at Cocos USA, and if you enjoyed this interview, please support our channel by using our affiliate code PPN10. You'll also get 10% off of your order. Thank you again, and you have a merry start to the week. Thank you for starting it with us. Bye for now.